I walked my son out of his own birthday party because my mom brought a cake with the wrong name on it. She shrugged it off as the same thing and later blew up over a Facebook post I made with the replacement cake. Now half my family thinks I humiliated her. My mom isn't speaking to me and I'm wondering if I overreacted. I'm 38M. My name is Harry. My wife Mia is 36F and we have one kid together, Jason, who just turned 11. We've been together since our early 20s, and for the most part, we're boring, stable, suburban people. My mom is 61F, widowed, and Mia's about 20 minutes away. I'm also the oldest of three. My sister has a son named Jordan, which is relevant here. The name thing started literally before Jason was born. When Mia was pregnant, we told everyone early that if it was a boy, his name would be Jason. We were sure, we liked it felt right, and that was that. My mom hated it. She kept doing this half-jokey, half-serious thing where she'd go, "But what about Jordan? Jordan is such a strong name. I always wanted the grandson named Jordan." I'd laugh it off at first. "You can name your own kid Jordan. You were supposed to be my Jordan." She'd say, "You just look like a Jordan. I don't even know what that means." We'd correct her every time. "His name is going to be Jason. Mom, Jace-Win." She'd smile and go, "We'll see when he gets here." When he was born, we sent out the mass text, "Welcome, Jason." Mia's family replied all excited. And my mom's reply was, "Can I still call him Jordy as a nickname?" Smiling face with hard eyes. We ignored it. Pick your battles, right? Here's how it started to really great. She just didn't stop. She would introduce him as Jordan to people and we'd correct her in front of them. "This is my grandson Jordan." She'd say, "Mom, his name is Jason." She'd roll her eyes. Same thing. G name close enough. It wasn't close enough. Even when he was little. He'd frown and whisper to me, "Why does Grandma call me the wrong name?" The first time it turned into a proper argument was when Jason was about 5. Christmas at my mom's, she had stockings for all the grandkids. My sister's kid, actual Jordan, had a stocking. Jason had one that said, Jordan. My sister and I just stared at each other. I pulled my mom aside in the kitchen. "Mom, what is it? His name is Jason. He can read now. He's not stupid." She shrugged, annoyed. "I bought these online and forgot." "Harry, it's not a federal crime. They were on sale. Then send it back or get a blank one." It's one night. He doesn't care, except he did care. He sat on the couch staring at the stockings, not touching his. That night at home, he asked if she likes Jordan better. "Why didn't you just name me that?" I didn't have a good answer. Anyway, we tried talking to her calmly about it a bunch of times after that in person, on the phone, text. "Mom, I'm not joking. You need to use his actual name. It hurts his feelings. You're raising him to be too sensitive. It's confusing, especially when cousin Jordan is around. They're both J names. I get mixed up. I'm old." It was always an excuse. Always somehow our fault for making a big deal out of nothing. The second big thing happened last year at school. She volunteered to pick Jason up for me because I was stuck at work. When she signed in at the office, she wrote Grandma of Jordan on the sign-out sheet. The secretary apparently went with that, and Jason's teacher started calling him Jordan the rest of the week because they assumed they'd been saying it wrong. He came home furious and embarrassed. Kids at school had started teasing him. "Hey, you've been lying about your name, Jordan." He's not a dramatic kid, but this time he was actually shaking. I messaged the teacher right away, explained what happened, apologized for the confusion, and they corrected it. But after that, Jason refused to let my mom pick him up from school again. We sat her down and said, "Honestly, if you can't get his name right and stop causing this confusion, you can't do pickups or one-on-one time anymore. He deserves to feel like a real person around you, not a placeholder for the name you wanted," she cried. "So you're banning me from my grandson because I get tongue-tied? I never thought my own son would treat me like this." Classic guilt trip. We held the boundary but softened on a few other things because she lives alone. She still helps with occasional babysitting at our house and things like that. I won't let. We started picking our battles again. Fast forward to the birthday. Jason turned 11 last weekend. He's really into skating and video games, so we booked a party at a small skate park and arcade combo. We paid the deposit for the party package, pizza, decorations, the usual. The cake was supposed to be my mom's contribution. She insisted on it. "I'll handle the cake," she said months ago. "Grandma's privilege. I want to do something special for my boy." I even texted her. "His name on the cake is Jason. Please triple check the spelling." She reacted with a thumbs up. I followed up with "Not Jordan, LOL." She replied, "Huh, I know, relax, party day." Kids are skating. Mia is doing head counts. I'm running around refilling pitchers of soda. The bakery delivery guy shows up with a big fancy box. Everyone gathers because, cake time. They open the lid. Happy 11th birthday, Jordan. Huge blue letters across the top. I swear my whole body went hot. Jason just froze. Kids around him started reading it out loud. Who's Jordan? Did they spell your name wrong? Dude, isn't that your cousin? Jason didn't say anything. He just stared at it. His face went from excited to completely blank in about 2 seconds. I looked at my mom. She was standing behind the kids, smiling like nothing was wrong. Mom, I said, trying to keep my voice low. What is this? What? His name, I said, pointing. It says Jordan. She shrugged. Oh my God, Harry. Really? Same thing. They probably misheard me on the phone. It's not that serious. You didn't notice when you picked it up. I didn't pick it up, I said. They delivered. Well, I've been busy. The kids don't care. It's cake. Jason was still staring at it like it was written in another language. Mia put a hand on his shoulder and he flinched. I bent down to him and asked softly, Hey buddy, you okay? He whispered back, I told everyone this party was for me. Something inside me cracked a little. I straightened up, turned to my mom and said, We're stepping out for a bit. She frowned. What are you talking about? They're about to sing. I took Jason's hand. Come on, buddy, grab your hoodie. Mia stared at me wide-eyed. Harry, I'll be back, I told her. Keep the kids busy. Cut the pizza. Do whatever, I need to fix this. My mom laughed. Fix what? You're making this worse. Stop being so dramatic. I ignored her. Jason walked out with me, head down, while the other kids watched. I know it was awkward. I know it probably looked like I was storming off, but standing there and pretending the cake was fine felt worse. We got into the car. Jason was quiet for a few minutes. Then, in a very small voice, he said, Why does she hate my name so much? I had to blink a few times before I could answer. She doesn't hate you. She's just stubborn and stuck on what she wanted. That's not my fault, he said. Everyone else gets it right, even my teachers. She's known me my whole life. That hurt more than anything. There's a really fancy bakery about 10 minutes from the skate park. I called them from the car, fully expecting them to say no. It was a Saturday afternoon. I explained fast. Kid's birthday. Wrong name on the cake. Please help me. They said they had some pre-baked sheet cakes and could do a rush custom order, but it would be expensive. How expensive, I asked. Base is $300. With the rush fee, decorations, and custom lettering, probably $600 to $700. I looked over at Jason in the passenger seat, hugging his hoodie, trying not to cry on his own birthday. Do it, I said. Happy birthday, Jason, big letters. Whatever you can manage. Final total, $680 with tax, plus a couple of last-minute cupcakes while we waited. It's a ridiculous amount for cake, I know that, but standing there with my card in my hand, it felt like the only way to push the universe back into place for him, at least for one day. We waited in the bakery for about 45 minutes. Jason watched through the glass as they piped his actual name onto the cake. At one point he said, You don't have to spend all this money just because Grandma messed up. I told him, I'm not doing this because she messed up. I'm doing it because you matter. Your name matters. He nodded and didn't say anything else, but his shoulders relaxed a little. While we were waiting, I did something petty. I won't lie, I took photos of both cakes. The first one that said Jordan, and the new one with Jason in bright blue letters. I posted them side by side on Instagram and Facebook with the caption, When you matter enough for people to get your name right. I didn't tag my mom or explain anything, but anyone who knows us knows the story. My account isn't private. I posted without overthinking it. We came back with a new cake. The kids actually cheered when they saw Jason on it. A couple of them laughed. Oh, they fixed it, and one joked, Dude, 2 cakes? Lucky. Jason smiled for the first time all day. That alone was worth it. My mom looked furious. What is this? She hissed. A cake with my son's real name, I said. She accused me of embarrassing her, storming out and wasting money. I told her it wasn't about the cake being good enough. It had the wrong name. He's 11, he can read. I'm not scraping his identity off in front of him. She rolled her eyes and walked away. We sang with the new cake. Jason blew out the candles. He looked happy still, a little sad. But okay. That was the goal. The blow-up came later. While Mia and I cleaned up and Jason FaceTimed his friends, my phone started blowing up. My mom texted, Really? You had to publicly shame me over one mistake? The family group chat followed fast. Mom played the victim. My aunt was confused. My sister finally said it. You did put the wrong name, Mom. I've raised 3 kids. Excuse me if I mix up a J name once in a decade, I replied in the group chat. It's not once. We've been asking you for 11 years to use his actual name. Today was his birthday. You knew how much this mattered. She left the group chat, literally exited it, then she started posting big Facebook statuses. Some people forget who sacrificed for them the moment they have their own families. Good to know a cake means more than 60 years of being a mother. People flooded the comments with the usual support. You're an amazing mom. Don't let anyone make you feel bad. You know the kind. My cousin D med me. Did you seriously walk out of your kid's party and blast your mom on Facebook over a misprinted cake? I explained the whole backstory. He said he didn't realize it was that deep, but added, you know how she is. Was it worth making it public? And honestly, that's the part that stuck with me. On one hand, I finally stood up for Jason in a real, visible way. I've read enough stories about kids being made to feel invisible on birthdays and holidays, and I've always thought, I never want my kid writing that about me someday. On the other hand, I know I escalated things by posting that caption. I could have just bought the cake, said nothing, and let it go. I turned it into a statement. 2 days later, my mom called Mia instead of me. According to Mia, it went like this. You need to talk some sense into your husband. He owes me an apology, needs to delete that post, and pay me back for the original cake. I spent £120. I'm a pensioner. Mia told her you put the wrong name on it. The bakery did, and you're all ungrateful. He made me look like an idiot in front of the family. Mia said, Jason was hurt. That's the issue. He'll get over it. Kids are too sensitive. Harry is raising him to be fragile. Mia replied, I'm not asking him to apologize or take the post down. Then don't expect me to help with birthdays or holidays anymore. I'm done walking on eggshells around that boy and his precious name. Mia said, okay then don't, and hung up. Now my mom is telling everyone I weaponized social media against her, humiliated her publicly, and stole attention from my own kid's party just to make a point. Meanwhile, Jason has told me at least 3 times that he's glad his cake had his real name on it, and he's already planning what he wants on next year's cake. Money-wise, yeah, the $680 hurt. That charge went straight on my credit card. After Jason went to bed, Mia and I talked. She said she agreed with what I did, even if she wasn't happy about the money. Fair. We checked the budget and decided that was our fun money for the next month. No takeout, no extras. I'll probably grab an extra shift. It won't ruin us, but it wasn't nothing. Emotionally though, I keep replaying it. Did I turn my son's birthday into a scene? Did I make things worse with my mom long term? Will Jason remember this as the cool skate park party or the day Dad and Grandma fought over his name? So far, he hasn't said anything negative. He just talks about the ramps and how his friend ate 4 slices of pizza. Kids bounce back. But he did say, very calmly, that he doesn't want Grandma there next year as she's going to call him the wrong name again. I told him he doesn't owe access to anyone who won't respect him, even family. That's where things stand. My mom isn't speaking to me, but she's definitely speaking about me. My sister's on my side but trying to keep the peace. Some relatives think I overreacted. Others think my mom's obsession with the name is bizarre. Mia's firmly in the I support you but no more $680 cake rescues camp. I know I wasn't perfect. The caption was pointed. Leaving the party looked dramatic. But watching my kid stare at a cake with the wrong name after years of being dismissed, I couldn't let it slide again. That's the story. The advice was clear. If she wants to help, she brings snacks or nothing. Keep everything in writing. Focus on Jason. If she can't call him Jason, visits are limited and then actually follow through. No more hoping she'll magically change. One comment really stuck with me. Someone said their grandma used a nickname they hated because she preferred it and everyone brushed it off as a quirk. But the kid never forgot how it felt like her comfort mattered more than who they were. This wasn't about cake, it was about telling a child, I see you. Update, Jason did see the post indirectly. My niece showed him the 2 cake photos and said, your dad really loves you. Jason just smiled and said, yeah, he got my name right. No embarrassment, no drama. He hasn't mentioned it since. My mom hasn't called me, but she texted Mia saying she'd forgive us if we apologized for overreacting. Mia replied, we're not apologizing for protecting our kid. Silence after that. My sister later confirmed my mom actually told the bakery Jordan because that's the name she defaulted to, so it wasn't a typo. Financially, I picked up an extra shift and we cut back this month. It sucks, but it's handled. Jason said he doesn't want to visit Grandma for a while, and I told him that's okay. I'm not forcing that relationship. If she ever decides to respect his name, we can revisit. I don't know if my relationship with my mom recovers or just stays low contact. I'm not chasing her, and I'm not taking the post down. For once, I clearly chose my kid over family guilt. Jason's happy. His birthday is a good memory. That's what matters, because this was never about cake. It was about a child's identity being ignored for years. Calling him the wrong name wasn't a mistake, it was a refusal. The moment it became public, the denial fell apart. Leaving the party taught Jason that dignity matters more than keeping adults comfortable. The money wasn't for dessert, it was proof that his reality mattered, and sometimes that's the most important lesson a parent can give.